Good evening, everybody, and welcome to this pure magical live here. We are about to sort of hit the hay very soon, but of course, welcome to room 20 in Norwich, and it is the Nelson Hotel Premier Inn. And the first time we've done it like a live like this for quite some time. It's not an actual Q&A and chat because we haven't really programmed it for that to happen, unfortunately. It is a channel and sort of chat and update, whatever you like to call it, with Nixie and, of course, in the background, chilling out, which is, of course, the man from the Nice and Relaxing with Giuliani Buzz Bars, who actually has done a kind of live as we go, which, of course, can later be seen on a video format, only a little bit. And, of course, yes, he was talking about his nice and relaxing with Giuliani buzzing. It is Julian Clouds, but of course it is the stage name of Giuliani Buzz Buzz. So he should be returning with that live on Sunday, and we'll do some of them on the Nice and Relaxing channel. So if you haven't already subscribed to Nice and Relaxing channel, please make sure you do so. We used to call it Nice and Relaxing Show. It is kind of still a show, but it's just the show bit has taken off, and we're just going to call it Nice and Relaxing. It's a kind of show that involves hymns and voluntaries, which is played at the start and the end of normal church services. And he'll be playing some tunes from the Bach era. I don't know. Of course, Bach is one of them. John Stainer, maybe. I don't know. Tchaikovsky, I don't know if it goes that far. But of course, composers like that, which is generally out of copyright to, of course, the nation. If it's an out of copyright tune, then of course nobody should be copying it and calling it their own and selling it as their own. That's where the mistake has been made in copyright situations. That's what we think anyway, before we get into a sort of war about it. But like I say, some people tend to copy tunes that are out of copyright and to claim it as their own, like When the Saints Go Marching In, that kind of thing, which is absolutely, totally wrong because anyone can sort of play it. And if you make your own tune around it, like your own bass line, then nobody can copy that arrangement over the top, say like a descant or just something like that. Mostly in classical terms, it's a descant, that kind of thing. So, yeah, I don't really want to talk more about the musical side of things because I want to really leave that to the Nice and Relaxing with Giuliani Buzz Buzz. But that's a later stage here. So, just to catch up with you guys out there, and I don't know if anyone's going to watch on replay at this time of night, even watch live. We had no one watching. We had one that sort of came in and then disappeared from our very eyes. But yeah, that's just one of those things. It's been one of those extraordinary days. I will boil the kettle up in just a moment. I will boil the kettle up. What's left of it. The kettle is actually literally, if you turn around from my bed here, this is the room in here, and of course, this is the tea facilities here. So if I don't get a chance to, or if we don't get a chance to do a video of the room here, I'm just showing you roughly the room now as we go here. I might even put this as a video format, and it'd be a lot easier if I did it actually. You can see it's a little bit dark in this sort of section here. That's where the bathroom is. That's the main door here, room number 20 here. So, yeah, that's the main kettle. 2 cups were cleaned today and turned the opposite way around, and 2 clean glasses where you can put water in, and your tea facilities like tea, coffee, sweetener, sugar, all in that sort of bowl there. And you got 2 plug sockets there, And over here, I've been plugging my laptop into this and charging my phone at the same time. Thankfully, my phone is still working, by the way, and the laptop. So far, all good. That's what I've been streaming on here, and you can see the time ticking away here when you're watching live directly through the webcam. And that's the main chat here that people can chat on if they choose to ask a question, for example. Got another plug socket just here. This is the lamp, which will switch on like that. It's quite bright, isn't it? It's not too bad when, of course, the light came really down there. You can actually literally see the light there. I will turn it back off. But the main TV here, we hadn't been able to get GB News, although we did ask on reception about it. They said they retuned the TV, but of course, when we checked back, we didn't get no sign of 236, which is the channel that we were looking for, GB News. But we did eventually watch it on our own laptops, which we can still do. Apparently, we've heard news about that. Of course, it's a situation where they're trying to shut down the channel of that one I just said. And yeah, it's a bit of a shame if that happens. I'm not a huge fan of it myself, not these days, but of course I watch it occasionally. But yeah, only very tiny amount. But anyway, it's blank screen at the moment. You don't really want to see a blank screen too much. But yeah, that was just the unfortunate thing. We weren't able to rather get the 236 channel of GB News, which was a bit of a shame, but never mind. Of course, this is quite a useful section here. You can actually plug in your audio sections here. You've even got something that you can plug your PC in or a laptop. You can actually put your laptop towards the screen up there and watch it on the screen. If you've got a PC with you, you've got an HDMI hook there. You can put your Now TV on if you really want to and watch Sky TV. And of course, yeah, USB, which is on the end there. So they don't need to actually have Sky TV. You can have it on your Now TV if you have your HDMI Now TV sort of stick, which of course, if you have purchased Sky TV, that's the way TV is going these days. But anyway, that's that. Let me just move things around here. So, of course, we've got something over here in this direction here. I don't quite know what that little big thing behind the suitcase is. If anyone knows in the comments, do let me know. And of course, you've got your curtains here. If I get a chance to in the morning, I'll show you a daytime version of this. This is just at night here. And you've got me here and Giuliani there. Of course, getting over his loss today of the Manchester United game, which we spoke about on briefly on the Nice and Relaxing with Giuliani Buzz channel. And yeah, they lost in the FA Cup 4-3 in the extra time. A little bit disappointing. Matt and Sophie went for 2-1 each, and they were totally wrong on that one. But they were glad that they didn't have Liverpool in the end after that, poor prediction that they did on their channel. But I think Matt is a Spurs and Coventry fan. I don't know about Sophie. I think Sophie is a Coventry FC only fan, but I don't know what she supports in the Premiership. But yeah, they were a little bit probably gutted about their prediction. Wasn't to their sort of standard on that one, guessing 2-1. It was a thrilling, I can't get the right wording. Thrilling game to watch, actually, is the right word to use. And it was pretty entertaining. Well, entertaining as in end to end. It was pretty entertaining. That's what I was trying to say. Yes, I thought at one point Liverpool were going to win, but I did have a gut feeling inside me that Liverpool weren't going to win at Old Trafford anyway. But we thought at one point Liverpool were going to go all the way and win it, but it wasn't the case. It just didn't happen for them. It wasn't to be, as Gerrard once said, but they lived to fight another day, and they got eliminated, like FIFA would say, in the playoffs on the computer. Elimination, or eliminated from the cup, or whatever you might want to call it these days. But Southampton didn't play this weekend, but they had one at Norwich against West Brom, which was 2-0. Of course, I think it was the last time I was here at the Nelson Hotel at Premier Inn in Norwich, which is literally a 5-minute walk from here to the train station, which will probably end up in that direction tomorrow, sadly, because time has just gone so fatally quick, and it just races through you, and of course your emotions run away from you, and of course when you get used to something, and getting used to something which is really, really amazing, and getting exciting, as in excited is the right word. Sorry, I'm losing my words here. But no, yeah, if you get excited about something, of course, you get used to it and you don't want to leave the place. But we've had great night's sleep here, despite the snoring issues. Hasn't been too bad. You can see there's a gap between my bed and Giuliani's bed here. I say Julian here because that's the nice and relaxing with Giuliani that I'm speaking about there. So just Julian for now. But no, seriously, a gap between the bed of which is this bed here, okay, which is the large bed, and this one here, just behind me. Oh, I'm just reversed. It's that one. No, it's that one. One is lying on anyway. So yeah, that is the smaller bed. I was actually going to opt to sleep on it for the last night, but I had thought about that, but it hasn't happened. Well, I don't think it's going to happen. But anyway, I'm not going to point out any personal stuff here. We've got a leaflet here which tells you all the bus routes here, which is Greater Norwich, not Greater Anglia. I wonder if they copied that from Greater Anglia. I wonder. From the 2nd of January 2024, you can go to Drayton, Dussingdale, Eton, Heartsease, never heard of that place, Holsdon, N&N Hospital, Mile Cross, Sprowston, Stalham, Wroxham, and UEA. All from the Connect bus, which used to be the bus service that would run from Thetford to Norwich, which has now changed into, a change of bus company, which is now Coaches Services, or Coach Services. Okay, it's not run by the Go Ahead Connect bus anymore. So that is the thing of the past of that one. Going back to the room here, we had ourselves one of these, slightly different colour to the normal Premier Inn card, unless they have changed and updated them. This is the card that, of course, we received. We received 2 of them. But yeah, make sure your partner does not run away with these cards, which does say something on the back of them. It says, Premier Inn, rest easy. Well, we did have a good couple of nights stay. It's quite warm in the bed and all that kind of thing, which was quite nice. And yeah, it's nice to sleep well in decent kind of beds. Unfortunately, this sort of bed here is a little bit higher, if you notice, than the one that is just behind me, just here. No, it's just there. That one there. But yeah, that's a bit of an annoying thing. I don't know why. the double beds seem to be higher than the smaller beds. So let us know also in the comments if you know anything about that. Let us know about anything that, of course, we ask you on any of our videos. We do appreciate that at any time. So, yeah, please return me to the reception when you leave. We're talking about this card here. That's what it says on this card. So there you go. Is that a green card these days, not a red card? Like the player that scored the last goal for Man United took his shirt off and got a red card at the end for taking his top off, but never mind about all that. But these here, just wanted to say, one of these, and of course I took a sample of it to show you. Not that in the background. That was not a sample of vinegar, by the way. That was a sample of something really, really massive and annoying. Anyway, that was a bit of cheese and burgers and whatever you like to call it. Oh dear, this man did a pop live on air. Yeah, I wish you kept that pop to yourself. I didn't know you like pop music. That's the first time I've heard that in the background, and first time I've heard you ever do that across the. Can't stop laughing. He doesn't know what's coming next. 16 minutes and 6 seconds, and the rest rolling by here. So my sample of this here, if he was trying to do a groover version, vinegar. Big massive hello to Groover. We did tell you about the channel as well. Vinegar, right? Okay. Is the vinegar not from the table? Okay. It was actually from the Hollywood Bowl. Okay, where you can buy a cheeseburger with chips, rather like a McDonald's style chips. And you'll see that in the video which is coming up. If you do see it in the video, give it a thumbs up anyway. And yeah, that includes a nice Costa Coffee style large tea for about £2.29. So yeah, the bowling alley reminds me of Cambridge, but of course I think it's a little bit better than the Cambridge one, in my own opinion on that one. Of course, we've got someone watching right now as well. A very good evening to you, and a thumbs up to you. Thank you so much. Really means a lot. Johnny Mac 26. I haven't seen you in the channel for a long time. Very good evening. Just popping in before what's that? Before bed. Okay, and hi guys. Well, of course, we are live here at the Premier Inn, room number 20 of the Nelson Hotel, which is next to a restaurant called the Table. If you've heard of the Table, you can get, of course, a tasty meal, and of course you can get points on it, which gives you discounts on it. So let's talk about that very quickly before we finish up today. So yeah, thank you very much, Johnny, for popping on. Please do check out our Q&As and our general updates if you can. Right, okay. Oh. Right. I think we had got a little bit of an issue here, or maybe I haven't. I don't know. I think we have got an issue.
What was the issue?
I'll tell you in a minute. I think I left the tasty card at the restaurant. But the restaurant's closed now, but that's a bit of a shame. I don't know if I can get a new one.
Well, you can ask at the reception tomorrow morning.
If they hand it, I'm sure I left it on. I might have left it on the table. It's quite possible I did. So yeah, I can't find it anywhere. It was the I did show it. It was something similar to this actually, but of course, yeah. I probably did leave it at the desk on the table or something like that, and maybe they handed it in. Maybe I'll collect it tomorrow. Yeah, that's quite easily done when you, of course, leave something behind, and of course, yeah, it's annoying, especially as the restaurant will be closed right now. So I'll have to collect it in the morning, I reckon. But the points would have been added, but it was just that, yeah, I seem to have not got it with me. That's a bit of a shame, but anyway, I wanted to show you it, but of course, I can't show you because it's probably left on that table where I was enjoying a great evening. And luckily, I got my card. But yeah, it's just one of those things. You do tend to, of course, forget things, and of course, you get carried away. Uh, Tiredness runs away with you, and of course, things do happen, unfortunately. But you don't expect everything to go wrong, but when it does, sometimes it can be a worse scenario, and sometimes it's not. And it's not a major issue, but of course, yeah, if they don't get it, I'll have to get a new one, wouldn't I? But that's a bit of a shame, but never mind. And of course, I'll have to collect it in the morning as I speak. So yeah, I can't really show you it because I haven't got it. I think it was left at the table. They might have to, or they might have just put it underneath the desk in the morning. Like they'll try and have a look, see if it was handed in. But anyway, I can't see it underneath here. No, it was shown on TV, but I can't show it here. But yeah, it is the Tasty Rewards, and basically what it does is it gives you points off your next meals, so you can choose about 50% off, or of course you can have 2 courses for absolutely free. I did use one over the course of the time, but yeah, I will check in the morning at breakfast time because I've got the breakfast in the morning. So yeah, hopefully somebody would have handed it into the bottom drawer of the till. So yeah, they would not have thrown it away by any means. They would have checked out who it was. They can't really run to the room because they're not like a postman or anything like that. Not a postman that can deliver it to your door because you haven't got a postbox, have you? But hopefully, of course, they will find it. I'm only just hoping for that. But anyway, yeah, it's basically a card that you actually use, and make sure you don't lose your cards like I've just done. Hopefully, like I say, I'll be able to get that back. But anyway, that's another thing that I'm going to leave you with today. And yeah, Johnny Max 26 cup of tea. He shows you there. At least one person has actually turned up in the chat tonight. I know we are slightly late, but of course we had to summarize what we have done in terms of videos and what kind of thing. There are some videos, exclusive ones, to come of the Hollywood Bowl. Look out for that. Definitely worth it just for that. And we might include something really, really fascinating that probably you won't see very often, as it was one off. We might include it in. I'm not quite sure yet, but yeah, it happened in a blink of an eye. So yeah, I don't know whether we're going to show it, but of course, yeah, it all depends. See how things go, but yeah. We look forward to returning to Suffolk and praying on that note that we return safely with no issues whatsoever, because we all like to return safely with everything that we've got with us, so we don't lose anything personally. Although, of course, I had slight issue losing the card, but of course, yeah, I might find it somewhere. That's the problem. Oh, actually, talking of which, my lunch just in. I didn't leave it on the table. It was here. Could have been the trick of the day, and it was this one here. And I just literally found it. I thought I left it on the table, but yeah, they would have put it underneath the sort of two anyway. But I have found it, and it looks like this. That was a bit of a stroke of luck, wasn't it? As soon as I said it, and I found it. You think you've lost something in some sort of circumstances, and yeah, the worst thing that you could ever lose is your wallet. So you have to be careful with that, and your train ticket, and various other things like that. So hopefully, touch wood, I don't lose my wallet because it's got precious stuff in it. So yeah, I've signed it at the back as well. So the card doesn't look like this. No, I did not trick you lot out there. I did actually officially lose it. But I did not see it. It was underneath the desk, just literally down here. That's where it was. I'll show you on the webcam where it was. It was actually lying down here, just literally on this side here, down on the floor, just pretty much there. But yeah, they did clean the room, by the way. There is a plug just underneath there. Apart from what?
The carpet.
Well, yeah. And they don't provide us with a Hoover, by the way. Just imagine if they did that. So yeah, that's where I literally found it, just on the floor there, just to let everyone know there. That's what it's like underneath the desk here. The view underneath the desk. Exclusive access. There you go. I wonder what's hiding underneath there. Probably nothing. I wonder what's done there. But anyway, there is a board up here. I don't know what it actually is. It probably a board to keep the TV up, right? You know, that kind of thing. Not quite sure what it's for. But just round the corner, by the way, is a hair dryer. I've got somewhere where you can actually dry your hand washed clothes or your coat or something like that. You've got your fire notices up on there. If I do get a chance to do a video of this, I will show you the fire notices in more detail. You can't really see it from there, but it is up on the door there. It locks automatically as you go out of the room. And of course, take your card with you, okay? Because you'll need it, you know, when you come back into the room. Because, of course, yeah, you'll need to get into the room. Because it's basically a card like this, and of course it works like a key, but it's actually a swipe card kind of thing. I first saw these in 2003 in Spain, and of course, yeah, you used to be able to just put them in the cards slot, and you know, well, in some rooms they do have a card slot which allows the electric to go on, but they've got a light switch on in this room here because it's the downstairs room. Absolutely. So there we are. I can't actually remember the downstairs room that I actually had. You can see the bigger bed here and the lovely paintings to go with it, and of course the little bits of the pillows here. There you go. And the bedside lamps here. One of them's on, one of them's off at the moment. Is that a lamp there? Looks like a lamp, but I don't know quite what it is. We know that's a smoke alarm. You can't smoke in here or vape. Otherwise, there is £100 fine. So you've got your places where you can actually put things on the shelves there, as we say. And you've got a bin just there as well. Oh, what is Julian showing us here? There you go. What it does actually say here, I'll just put the webcam back here. So yeah, Well, it does actually say no smoking or vaping. Our smoke detectors are triggered by even the tiniest amount of cigarette smoke, or e-cigarette vapor. Smoking either of these within this hotel will result in a £100 fine. So don't do it. And don't forget, of course, one thing I will leave you with. I got my little brush. I wonder what I'm going to do with it. I'm going to say, hello, brush. Hello. Hello.
It's called basil brush.
It's called what?
Basil brush.
Basil brush.
Yeah.
Never heard that one before. Basil brush. Groover brush.
Yeah, that's
Well, Julian is about to head asleep, and no snoring, please, tonight. But anyway, live from the Norwich Nelson Hotel, room number 20. We'll say a huge ta-ta from us all. Peace out. If you go sensibly, go in peace. That's a good one we can leave you with. Go in peace.
Love and serve the Lord.
Yeah, in the name of God, Amen. But yeah, it is a Sunday here. No Richard McVeigh tonight because he's out at Romsey Abbey tonight. No, it's not good. You can't laugh like that. He'll be returning next week, so when we're back in Suffolk. So make sure you listen out for the hymn requests if you like your classical organ kind of style music. In the meantime, we'll watch his videos to chill out to. We've got half an hour till we hit the hay anyway, roughly speaking. We've got to count all these coins up here. We did win some. 2 people did some of them. I don't know about Julian, but of course we did gather some. Anyway, we're going to leave that racing from your mind. Thank you so much, including Johnny Mac 26 that has tuned in till he went to bed. But of course, we appreciate that one viewer. That means that we're a million. If you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, make sure you do. We're using the sound from the webcam, and it's not too bad, actually, to say the least. But if you have any questions in the meantime on our channel, do not hesitate to actually put them in the chat. Unfortunately, we didn't get time to program this chat show tonight, but we will try and do a Q&A and chat at some point, a channel chat. We could call it channel chat and Q&A. How about that? Sounds very, very nice indeed. We're going to switch our lights off soon, but of course, from all of us here, I'm glad you're able to hear us and, of course, see us at the same time. I've just got to move this around a little bit. Yeah, it is quite fiddly sometimes. Yeah, it's a nuisance sometimes. And that's it. I can move the, the laptop around. So thanks to our laptop here, which hopefully will return safely back at our Suffolk home. But from all of us here, go in peace and peace out until next time. And don't forget to hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Julian Clowes is yawning to go to bed. So I'm going to have to join him on that note very shortly. But yeah, I'm going to have a cup of tea before I go to bed. But I won't be up all night. I should pretty much stay up because we've got breakfast at 8 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, we've got to wake you up, unfortunately, Jen. I'll set my alarm for 6 o'clock then. 6 o'clock breakfast for you?
Right, start 6.
6:30 till, I think it's 10:30. I think it's pretty early breakfast from Monday to Friday. Different times on the weekend, though. So it might differ at a different sort of Premier Inn hotels. We just don't know. And form of ID, by the way, I just wanted to quickly say that very quickly as a bonus tonight. And I've been rattling on for a long time here. But very, very quickly here, we spoke to the reception, a guy called James, who spoke to us about the ID situation here. You need something with, of course, a face on there and, of course, expiry date and date of birth, that kind of stuff. And of course, they do accept passport and driving license. We didn't have none of that, but of course, we have a chance to get a citizen's card, and you only need that if you are going to pay by cash. They're trying to demolish the cash system, and you know, for that to happen, they want you to go online or actually swipe your bank card. Sometimes a bank card is good, sometimes it's not, and you don't want to give
I don't know what they're
cash
doing.
up
I don't know
completely.
what they're doing if the it crashed.
I don't know. That's the problem. If the whole system or the card system all crashed down, what we're going to have? Blackout? Don't know. We need to stop thinking about that before we get rid of cash completely. And the other reason for not having cash is what they said, COVID reasons, and of course, touching the money and all that kind of thing. But of course, I don't think we meant that completely, or they meant that completely. I think what they were saying is, in case you just touch it as a whole, and maybe in case someone counterfeits the money and, of course, steals your money, and of course, yeah, there could be someone else that's taking your money and paying for your hotel. Very, very strange, but of course, that's how it is. And apparently, it's cheaper on card than it is on cash anyway. So, yeah, how that works out, I do not know. Maybe they do have a point on that. But, yeah, that's another reason why they're trying to push away cash completely. Somebody said at a burger stall recently in Haverhill, um, fantastic burger stall in Haverhill by Andy, who has run that burger stall for many, many years. Very much a fan of, the Christianity world. But anyway, as we're talking about Sunday, uh, but it is Good Friday next week, isn't it? I believe it is.
No, not yet.
Oh, it's not yet.
Not
But,
until the 30th.
oh yes, yes, yes. It's the weekend before, or the Friday before Easter, I believe, or the clocks go forward 1 hour. That's at the end of this month. So yeah, Andy Burger storeholder, he had a customer there that said, "Oh, it's a shame that they're going to get rid of cash, because they prefer to pay cash um, for their hot dogs and burgers." So yeah, it was a female that said that in Haverhill area. So good on her for saying that. But there you go. We need both in our society. We don't need one and not the other. So we can't do without sort of cash or card, basically. But we're going to leave that beautiful energy, you know, running through your minds right now and in a beautiful, calm, relaxing way. Sorry, I've whittled on too much here. So what I'm going to do is say, go in peace until the next show. From all of us here, truly and deeply, it is end of story for now. 100% peace out, and we'll see you next time on our next videos when they get uploaded. Good night.